there to go.
Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome back to Yost Ice Arena. I'm Vihaan Easwar. I'm joined by Coby Segal. We are happy to bring you the second game of this Michigan Wolverines ice hockey doubleheader versus number 18 Providence. Michigan looking to shake off what was a tough loss and a shaky performance of the Friars against the Friars yesterday. Coby, what are some things that you think Michigan need to watch out for today?
Well, Michigan lost the first game. Obviously, definitely not what they want to do to start the season. I mean, this Michigan team is a perennial national title contender, Frozen Four, 2 years in a row, looking to go for a third straight. And but this Providence team came into Yost, and while they were underdogs last night, and they will be underdogs once again, for Michigan, they unfortunately will have to be satisfied with a split here as we get the national anthem underway here.
I guess like a little deeper.
Or he's talking about right here? Or does he mean the size of you? All right, and we are back here. That was National Anthem. We're about to get started in about a minute. Our starting lineups for you today, starting us off, will be at center, Frank Nazar III, the Blackhawks product. At left wing, it'll be Jackson Halem, and at right wing, it'll be Josh Ernestine to start us off. And the starting defenseman will be Jacob Prescott, Vancouver Canucks product, along with Mark Warren of the Minnesota Wild. And Vihaan, really quick, anything you're looking forward to? Do you have a key to this game?
Well, I think key to this game is the fact that Michigan outshot Providence yesterday and still lost, so I think there needs to be a little more efficiency in offense, but they also had more penalties and more penalty minutes, which I think is something that needs to be avoided. It's symptoms of a young team that is still gelling together, especially after the big losses of Adam Fantilli and Luke Hughes, two of this program's better players in the last few years. But I do think consistency comes with time. It is only game 2. Hopefully we'll see some of it today.
Yes, absolutely. And Rucker McGrory and Gavin Brindley, two veterans on this team. Usually they play on the first couple lines, but here they're going to be on the third line. But they will a third line with Garrett Shifsky, but that line is actually going to start us off along with Tyler Duke and Seamus Casey, and we are underway here. Providence sends it down. Your starting goalie is Jake Barcheski, and Providence gets it behind the net, but here is Gavin Brindley.
And Brindley is going to go down earlier. I think that's a symptom there's going to be a physical game between two young teams that love to attack the net.
Here's McGrory, pass up high to Duke. He shoots and it's wide. Duke up top, toward the net, rebounded by Brindley, and he scores!
Gavin Brindley is going to send that into the net. Michigan leads 1-0.
And wow, that is a great start. Such a good rebound from Gavin Brindley. And it'll be the first line out there. Providence looking to looking to get something going, and we're going to have, I believe we're going to have a penalty immediately. I think they're going to call a high stick. It's going to be on Jacob Truscott.
We mentioned how Gavin Brindley is a veteran. He's very important to this team. He was one of the best players on the ice in a difficult matchup last night. He has already been drafted in the NFL. He'll be linking up with the Columbus Blue Jackets in a few seasons once he's finished. He's a sophomore right now.
And face-off will be in the Michigan zone. Providence on the power play. Luke Chris at the point. Respect down low in the shot in the slot. 5% is no good, and I believe we're going to have a hand pass. And there's gonna be a face-off just outside the Michigan zone, just over 19 minutes. It'll be Nazar versus Duran for the face-off. And Nazar wins it, and Michigan sends it all the way down off the boards. And Providence will have to reset. About 1:30 left on this power play. It's Poison, the assistant captain, bringing it into the zone on the left side. And a great stick by Holtz. Providence gains possession. It's Smith. Chris up top. Providence in the slot. And it's no good. It's stolen by Michigan. Great clear by Josh Ernesti. Providence will have to reset. 1:03 left in this power play. Bringing in the left side. It's Malinowski. Sends it down. But it's right for Duke, and he tries to clear it, but he can't. Malinowski at the point. On the left side. Looking for a teammate. It's Richard up top. Swings it to the right side. Malinowski at the circle, and it's a save by Barcheski.
I noticed early on Michigan, as much as they're trying to attack and they're trying to be creative, they're also trying to play it safe. That's what I noticed in those two big clearances. Try and get it all the way to the end, keep the puck out of danger, get it just away from danger. I think the smart strategy for a team that, while obviously you want to go out, you want to be on the offensive, you don't want to necessarily give away the puck close to your own net this early in the game.
Absolutely. About 40 seconds left on the penalty. Here's Richard. Up top, shot, blocked by Estapa, and Michigan will clear it. Estapa in a foot race, but he will retreat. 30 seconds left on the power play. And here's Richard in behind the net. 15 seconds left. Brings it up top. Drops it off. Gets it back to the left side. It's Malinowski. Shot and a save by Barcheski.
Barcheski, two early saves, both of which were, while the shots themselves weren't necessarily threatening, it's good to see those early stops.
And with 5 seconds left on the power play, we will have face-off in the Michigan zone. Providence wins it. Centralis sends it to the net, but it's blocked by Duke. TJ Hughes fighting for the puck. Providence regains it, a shot, and it's saved by Barcheski. Rebounded by Seamus Casey. Sends it to Duke. Crossing the middle. Tries to find TJ Hughes, but Michigan will have to reset.
Well, at the same time, having to reset and having to rebuild it out from the back is much better than having to counter immediately. It gives you time to moderate the flow of the game. It gives you time to just play the puck to your liking.
And here's Casey in the middle. He dribbles and he scores. Wow, Seamus Casey dribbled through two defenders and the backhand up top. He beats the Providence goalie. And it's 2-0 Wolverines here early.
And Casey, with a fantastic run from deep in Michigan's half, gets all the way there, takes part in the build-up play, is there to finish the move at the end, and creates a lot of that. Actually, my apologies. He created a lot of that move by himself.
I mean, Seamus Casey. It's a tremendous goal. It's his first goal of the season. That was Gavin Brindley's second goal of the season. He had a goal last night. And Providence is down here early with 16:30 left in the game. And we have a whistle here. And we are going to face off in the Michigan zone. I think the net came off the line a little bit. And we'll reset here. Face off. Fight Malinowski. He wins it. It's crease up top on the left side. Sends a poison the shot. Blocked by Truscott. That one's got hurt. Providence behind the net. Up to crease. Tries to find his partner who sends it to the goal. Redirected by Poisson. It goes past the Michigan net.
Barczewski taking over today from Noah West, who didn't have the easiest game yesterday.
And a save by Barczewski on the left side, and we're going to have a face-up. Now, Providence, despite being down 2-0, they've gotten some good pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. Barczewski has been made to work. So has Tyler Duke, who came in clutch with a couple of key stops earlier. Now, some of the names to watch on Providence are their captain, center Chase Yoder, who has been drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates, who he will join after the season as he's a senior.
And here's Burlington McGroarty. Gets a big check. Loses the puck. That was Connor Kelly. And there's a fight in Michigan zone. Providence has it. Shot from the slot. And it's saved by Barczewski. Little turnaround shot there by Tanner Adams.
And Providence is actually out shooting Michigan at the moment. It's currently 4 shots for Providence, 2 shots for Michigan.
Yeah, and I mean, Michigan's just taking advantage.
Yeah,
I think shots that they've had. 2 shots, 2 goals.
Yeah, I think Michigan has incredible efficiency, whereas Providence, I think they're a little impatient. They really want to prove themselves here against a favored opponent, and as a result, they're taking every opportunity they get. I think it's smart, you know? It hasn't built into chances just yet.
Brady Berard wins the faceoff. Shot wide of the net, and here is Jackson Halem for the breakout. To Seamus Casey, to Frank Nazar, and he dumps it deep, but Providence will have it. And they break it out into the Michigan zone. Nice play by Barczewski to get it out. And here's Seamus Casey threatening once again and dumps it in deep, and it'll be icing. Got 15 minutes left in this first period. 2-0.
Yeah, and that's Providence still outshoots Michigan 5-2. It's the Michigan lead 2-0. And I think it's going to be Chase Yoder and Frank Nazar for the faceoff.
And Michigan breaks out. Seamus Casey to Halem. Nazar on the right side. Tries to find Halem in the slot, but it's intercepted by Chase Yoder, the captain. And here comes Halem down the right side. 1-on-1, dumps it off, stolen by Providence. And Michigan gets the puck back. Here's the defenseman, Truscott. Cross ice pass to Hughes, who just dumps it in, and Chris of Providence will have it, trying to break it out, but Truscott's stolen at the top. Michigan tries to get a redirect, but it's wide, and here comes Providence, intercepted by Hughes, and it'll be sent down. Goalie Philip Svedback, and here's a shot in the slot by Nick Moldenhauer. That was a sloppy pass there by Providence.
Surprisingly, Michigan's first shot that doesn't go in.
Six minutes have passed here. 14:06 left. Face off. Providence zone. Holtz drops off from McGroarty. Shot. And it's saved by Svedback. Easy save. Was trying to find Brindley in front of the net for
yeah, he just waited.
deflection.
He tried to take a shot from distance. It would have likely succeeded if Brindley was able to build on it, but unfortunately he couldn't.
Shifsky loses the face-off. Oh, and a check by Brindley, but here's Malinowski. One-on-one for the net, wide open, and a save by Barczewski. Malinowski had a one-on-one, beat the defender, and backhand saved by Barczewski.
And I think the quality of Providence's shots has been solid. I don't think there's anything to complain about there. But at the same time, Barczewski has just known where to be and known what moves to make so far.
6 shots, 6 saves, and that was one of the best chances of the entire game. Malinowski just could not finish. Here's Duke. Sends it in deep, wrapping around, trying to find Philip a point. Providence regains possession. A good stick by Casey. He sends it down, trying to find a stop on the left side, but nice play by the Providence goalie. Here is Berard, trying to send it deep, but intercepted by Duke.
Seamus Casey has been very good in the time that he's been on ice. He's both getting back, making those concise stops, participating in building it up, but he's also got great dribbling skills, as you can see right now.
Yeah, here's Casey trying to go through the whole Providence defense, and it backfires. Adams sends in a good check by Warren, and here's a stopper with the great defensive play, breaking it out to Philip Lapointe. Great forecheck by Gamache. And Providence will regain possession. It's McDonald sends it, but Warren has it. Oh, and Shifsky tries to make a move, and then a nasty hit by Cam McDonald. So again, a chippy here. Warren for McGroarty, and there was no one in front of the net. And there's going to be a penalty on Michigan. I believe it'll be on Gavin Brindley. Yeah, it's 2 minutes for slashing. That'll be on Gavin Brindley. Michigan's second penalty of the day.
And this is something that they need to work on from the last game. Michigan had more penalties, had more penalty minutes than Providence, and that has been the same case today. So I think if Michigan can very well win this game, they just need to avoid those rash plays that result in penalties.
There's a power play for Providence. They've got it on the right side of the net. Now behind Dushimic on the left side, going in front of the net, and a nice save. Try to do an off the pads pass. Up top, Chris to the right side, try to get a cross ice one-timer pass, and it's gonna be a Michigan clear. Frank Nazar on the clear, and a great forecheck by Frank Nazar to waste some time, and there's 1:15 on the penalty, and here's Chris as Nazar goes off for Mark Estapa. Poison drops it off for Duran. Sends it around, but it's right to Jackson Halem, who clears it. 1 minute left. Providence has not gotten any sustained pressure so far. A stop on the forecheck, wasting a few seconds. Providence dumps in, takes hit by Truscott, and it's Jackson Halem trying to clear, but he won't be able to. There's a fight with 5 guys behind the net. This is just wasting time here by Michigan. 30 seconds, and here's Jackson Halem, and it's 2-on-3, so Michigan will just reset, and they now have the puck with 15 seconds left. This is not what Providence wanted.
Yeah, and I think you could see in the fact that Providence have 7 shots and a total of 3.5 penalty minutes that they haven't been able to build a goal out of. And I think it belies the fact that in the first half of this first period, they've been an inefficient team. That has to change.
Yeah, and Gavin Brindley steps back out on the ice. Puck is in Providence zone. And a nice stick by McGrory to keep it in. Here's Warren up top. Shifsky on the left on the forecheck. McGrory behind the net in a battle with 2 Providence defenders. And Providence will send it off the boards and out, and it will not be icing. Warren's too quick. Crowd wants a trip on Levins. Won't get it, and that's going to be a Michigan ice as McGrory sends the puck to the goal line.
Yeah, we're about halfway through the first period. Michigan lead 2-0. Outshot 4-7 and 3.5 penalty minutes, 2-0. I do think that those penalty minutes are something that they need to watch out for going forward. This game and last game showed that it's a bit of a trend for the team to play maybe a little more recklessly than they should.
Yeah, I mean, 2 penalties, not what Michigan wanted, but 2 penalties and they're up 2-0. I think if you told them that, Michigan would probably take it. Here's Warren, backhand pass to Casey. Sends it to Duke. He's got his line mates there to help him. Nice defensive play by Providence, and they will regain possession. McDonald in the zone on the left side. Tyler Duke. Some nice defensive plays. Providence keeps the puck in. Zone, a shot at the net and blocked by Fantilli. Errant pass by Providence, but they'll regain possession here in their zone, and just another not the smartest pass, and Michigan will have possession. Duke inside to Mollenauer. DJ Hughes, Duke up top, sends it in. Taylor Duke below the net to Warren on the right point. Michigan has it below the net. It's Mollenauer trying to get to Duke in the middle, and good stick by Providence. Hughes up top. Michigan sustained pressure. Cross-ice pass to Mollenauer, and it just goes off his skate. Mollenauer sends it behind the net to Duke. Hughes sends Truscott. Cross-ice to Warren. Getting it below the dots. Cross-ice to Duke, and it goes past him. And Providence will get it out of the zone.
Michigan largely winning the game of possession so far. They managed to hold on to the puck. They're managing to send it to the back, but Providence are able to counter. They still prove a threat.
We're going to have a whistle here. It's going to be offsides, I believe.
Looks like it, definitely. So far in this first half of the first period, who has impressed you the most?
I mean, well, let's start with Providence. Hudson Malinowski on Providence has really impressed me the most. He has the best scoring chance of the day. He's got a few shots. It's impressive, but on Michigan, I mean, the combination of Rucker, McGrory, and Gavin Brindley, they've just, whenever they're on the ice, the puck's just been around the net. And Brindley scored the first goal of the game, but they've just kind of had the majority of chances. The puck just seems to find them.
I mentioned it earlier, but I've also been very impressed with Seamus Casey. He's been all over the ice whenever he's on it. He's getting to the back. He's able to get the puck out of possession, but at the same time, he's a great dribbler. He participates in the build-up, and he got a goal to himself, a very nice goal to add. He's been one of the players that's impressed me the most today.
Yeah, and for the shots in favor of Providence, 7-4.
Also, Tyler Duke, another important player on ice. Another example of a defenseman who shows versatility, who shows the range to get everywhere he needs to, and that's reflected on the stat sheet. He has 1 assist.
Yeah, and the Duke brothers have been on the ice together quite a lot here. And it'll be a face-off in the Providence zone. Nazar wins it to Halem. Casey on the right side. Beats his defender. Shot to the middle. And it's redirected by Halem, but a nice save by Svedback. Providence sends it down. It's going to be icing. Seven 17 left.
Absolutely, yes. Rutger Malinowski, Hudson Malinowski leads all other Providence Friars in shots. He has 2. A couple of other players are tied in second for 1. The attack really runs through him. He's got a lot of speed. He's got good control of the puck. I think Providence are definitely most dangerous when he's on ice.
And Michigan wins the faceoff. It'll be Duke on the left side. Sends it around, trying to find Casey. And there's a fight in the right corner. And it's won by Providence. But a great forecheck by Jackson Halem to win it. Nazar in the slot, a shot. And almost redirected off the boards into the net by Ernestine. Michigan will reset. Josh Ernestine almost scored a bizarre goal. Here's Duke. Resetting. Across to the midway point. Sends it down. Intercepted by Crease. A good forecheck by LaPointe to keep possession. Drops off to Fantilli. Shot from the left side, and it goes wide. It'll rebound all the way to the Michigan side. Played by Barcheski. And here's Holtz. In a collision in the middle between LaPointe and Himelash. Don't know what they're going to call. But it'll be a face-off in the Michigan zone. I mean, in the Providence zone. Here's Fantilli up top. Makes a move on defender. Shot to the left side, and it's blocked. Blocked by Connor Kelly. And a Rucker McGroarty in a fight. Drops off to Shifsky, who sends it down. Providence will have possession, and right as they gain it, they lose it again.
And Michigan have done really well in these faceoffs, have done really well in these one-on-one situations, which is reflective of what happened the last time they played Providence yesterday. Yesterday, Michigan had 36 faceoffs, 1 to 32 for Providence.
And here's Rucker McGroarty to Warren. Truska on the left side, trying to get into the slot. And he tries to shoot, but just couldn't get a handle on it. And here's Providence. It's Yoder by himself, 1-on-3, and Brindley speeds out of there, trying to work a give and go with Duke. Brindley's been all over the place today, and here's a race between Yoder and Duke. A great play by Barcheski. Big hit.
Barcheski, definitely another big standout of the game today. Lots of great saves, I believe. 7. That's going to be 7 saves. He has saved every shot that he has faced today. Big improvement over Noah West's performance yesterday, which was a little rough.
Going to have a whistle. And it's going to be a boarding minor on Providence. Cal Kifuk. That's going to be Michigan's first power play. The first power play unit today will be Nazar, Halem, Warren, Truscott, and Moldenauer.
Now, Providence is a team that has played smart hockey so far, clean hockey, so you're not going to get this chance that often. Michigan will want to take advantage of this to make the score 3-0.
Here's Trusk at the top, trying to find Hale in the middle, but intercepted by Providence. That's Nick Poison, the assistant captain. Sends down. Truscott will have to reset. Nazar, and he just loses the puck, and Providence will waste more time.
Yeah, exactly. If you're Providence, I think the big aspect of the penalty kill is when you get the puck, just make sure that you hang on to it. Don't let it enter the Michigan half that often. I think
Nazar takes a big hit. Providence doing a great job in the kill. Michigan hasn't got anything going, and it's been 40 seconds, and we'll have a change. Seamus Casey will come on. Brindley, McGroarty, Duke, and Hughes. Well, that'll be Dylan Duke. Casey to Hughes on the left side. Creeps close to the net. Sends it behind for Casey. McGroarty, right side. Below the net, Duke to McGroarty. Casey on the point. Brindley cross ice pass to McGroarty. Casey up top, shot. It's deflected by a Providence stick. Casey up top again. Right side, McGroarty, one-timer, blocked. Shot blocked by Cam McDonald, the captain from Alaska. There's 30 seconds left. Michigan got something going there. Here's Seamus Casey. Drops it off for Brindley, trying to bring into the zone. To Hughes on the left side, and that'll be an offsides. That's a mistake there for Michigan. 19 seconds left on the power play.
Well, at least, it's not ideal, but it does keep some time. It does keep some time on the clock. It draws out the power play.
Providence wins the faceoff, sends it down. No icing because it is a power play. And Michigan, Casey and Brindley collide. The clock winds down, and Keefe will get back on the ice. And we'll have 5-on-5 once again. 2:30 left. Holtz sends it in. And Providence will try to get it out, but a good forecheck by Michigan. Michigan's forecheck has been quite good here today. Here's Rowe, the first time we've seen him.
And like I mentioned earlier, Michigan, one thing they've done really well today is that they win the possession game regularly and they keep the puck. It may not always build into something, but they haven't given Providence a lot of chances to score after their early blitz of chances. Now it's Michigan, again, measured position like what we're seeing right now.
Here's Duke trying to find his partner Holtz, and it's blocked by Holtz, but he can't keep it in. Holtz did not know where the puck was. And it's 1:30 left. It's behind the net. Svedback. And Michigan just doing a great job with the forecheck, trying to keep it in. Providence eventually gets it out, but here's the point. Hughes. Here's Warren on the right side of the circle. Creeping in, shot, and it's deflected. The point left side. Drops it off to Pletzky. Him and Nastapa trying to steal the puck, but Providence will regain possession. 1 minute left. Malinowski gathers the puck. Providence able to just dump it in here, but played well by Barcheski, but they turn over in their own zone. DeGrand shot, blocked by Warren. 30 seconds left.
Michigan have definitely grown more adventurous as the game progresses. Now they have 6 shots to Providence's 7.
The point, 2-on-2 with Warren. Oh, Warren makes a deke, tries to go over the Providence defender, and he just can't get the stick on it. 19 seconds left. Michigan almost puts a third on the board.
Right, and for a second that looked like it had gone in, but it doesn't quite. It doesn't quite. It bounces off the arms of Svedbeck.
19 seconds left. Face off in the Providence zone. Here's Halem and tries to get it to Ernestine in the slot. Blocked by Providence. 10 seconds. Michigan regains possession, trying to find Halem and Azar, but they can't. Providence will just dump it in, and with 0.6 seconds left, it'll be icing by Providence, and there'll be a face-off in the Providence zone for one last shot.
Been a very fast-moving first period.
So absolutely. Lots of action. Face off. It's a tie-up. Time expires, and after the first period, Michigan leads 2-0. Very soon we will get our wonderful Tim DeGrand on the call. Vihaan.
In yesterday's game against Providence was the lack of cohesion. They played a little frantic, a little rushed. Here you see they're a much more patient team. They take their time, they build off, and there's not too many big mistakes. They have taken 7 shots. They win 45% of the faceoffs compared to Providence's 54, and they have 5 blocks to Providence's 6, which proves that while they don't necessarily win the statistical battle, they are winning the efficiency battle, which I think is a sign of a young team that continues to improve, that knows which chances to take and which chances to slide. I think it really is what you want to see from Michigan. And then, as we mentioned, there's the performances of guys like McGroarty, like Brindley, who combine for magic every time they're on the ice. The performance of Casey and Duke, 2 defensemen who are capable of playing both ways. And in my opinion, I think one of the big takeaways is the performance of Jake Barsevsky, who has really kept Providence from doing pretty much anything. None of their shots have even looked like they're remotely going to threaten the Michigan defense.
Yeah. And so if you are in the Providence locker room, if you were the Providence coach, what do you say? Because overall, the play has been like 2-0 after the first period. You think, oh, Michigan blew them out. I mean, the shots are 7-7. Michigan has, I think we'd say Michigan has controlled possession for most of the game, but that control hasn't necessarily, but they haven't necessarily had that many more scoring chances than Providence. So, I mean, is Providence just like a little bit closer to Michigan than the score says?
Oh, absolutely, yes. Like I just read you the stats a few minutes ago, they are pretty close in most categories. I do think Providence has played some great defense so far, which is why Michigan's chances haven't been able to necessarily build into scoring threats. And at the same time, Providence has been able to build threats, largely stopped by the performance of Michigan's defensemen and by the performance of Jake Barsevsky. So in the Providence locker room right now, I don't think it's necessarily like a screaming, like throwing things around, like everybody's sitting with their hands in their faces. I think it's more of an, okay, you guys are doing good, better than the scoreline suggests, but you need to do a little better, maybe take your chances a little more efficiently, wait to build up your plays. I think that's more the tone in this locker room, because there isn't a whole lot that I would say Providence is doing wrong. I think it's just Michigan has done a lot better and maybe been a little better and a little luckier in certain areas.
Yeah, and I think one person I think that we both were certainly impressed by, starting goalie today, Jake Barcheski. Noah West started the last game, struggled, but Barcheski, the graduate student, he looks to be on his game today.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's been threatened a fair amount. And one thing I think I noticed about Barcheski is that he seems to use his size as a tool to defend the goal. You haven't seen a lot of major movement from him, but at the same time, he's good at positioning his body in a way that keeps out the shot. I think he sort of tilts more of him to the left, to his left side of the goalpost, just kind of overshadowing the part of the goal that players are going to shoot at, which allows him to do what he can with the stick to the right side of the goal.
Yeah, and on the other side, I mean, Barcheski potentially cement himself as a
Svet.
trusted goalie here for Coach Brandon Narado. If you go by just these 2 games, I think Noah West probably obviously did not have his best game, but I think it certainly is encouraging to have 2 goalies potentially that can be successful, because you can't just use one goalie the entire year. That's not going to work, really.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think maybe here's what I think Michigan could do. Potential option is, depending on what the scoreline looks like going into the third period, maybe in the last 5 minutes of the third period, you do bring Noah West back on, see if he's improved, see what he's doing better than he was yesterday, what he's maybe doing weaker than he was on Saturday, and hopefully, if he plays well, if he performs well, maybe you've got a goalie controversy, which
Yeah.
which is a good thing if you're a fan of Michigan hockey.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because that means that Barcheski's continues to be really good. So we will take a little bit of a breakdown. We'll be back in a couple minutes for the second period.
Welcome back to Michigan Hockey. Do not adjust your set. It is true. We have a new man in the booth. I am Tim. I'll be with you for the remainder of the game today. But Coby is still here with me. Coby, exciting first period of hockey here.
I mean, yeah, extremely exciting. 2-0. We got a goal in the first 30 seconds and another goal a few minutes later. Yeah, it's just been
especially coming after yesterday's loss 4-2 against the same Providence team. You start to think maybe Michigan was feeling the effects of Eric Portillo leaving, obviously the goalkeeper for the last few years. Thought maybe with Adam Fantilli, Max Samoveski, and Luke Hughes, all those players leaving, going into the NHL, that maybe Michigan would have some troubles finding a new rhythm, finding a new identity. But they've come out hot tonight, 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. And Providence really hasn't had a good they've had some shots on goal, but they haven't been making goalie Jake Marcheswick work that hard so far. He's been doing pretty good in there. Defense has been holding up. It's a very exciting time for hockey.
Yeah, and I mean, we got 30 seconds left. Short interm. I mean, 12 minutes is relatively short intermission, but Michigan can't get too comfortable because while it was 2-0, they didn't outplay Providence by a whole lot, but that's okay because they're up 2-0 and they still got two periods left. So.
Absolutely. Intermission has ended. Teams are back on the ice now as we look to begin the second period. Michigan up 2-0 against the Providence Friars. Meeting at center ice. Garrett Shevsky losing that face-off to number 9 for the Friars, Hudson Malowinski. Friars in possession of the puck on their own half. But a great attempt there. But Rucker McGorry trying to get in there. Michigan now has it right around the blue line. Taylor Duke doing some good work. Doesn't get through. Another shot on goal. It's a shot on goal there by Jackson Hallam. So hard, hits the post, knocks the goal out of the ice. Going to stoppage in play as we reset that.
Yeah, I mean, he shot the puck so hard that I guess the net just popped off.
Attempt right outside the right face-off circle in Friar territory. Hit the upper part of that right post with so much force it knocked it out. If you had that just an inch to the left, it's probably going to be another goal, another early goal for the Wolverines, but unfortunately not the case. Garrett Shivsky and Hudson Malinowski taking the face-off here in the right face-off circle. Friars won that one, but immediately popped it up into the net behind the glass. So let's try this one more time. There's a line change for the Friars just about 30 seconds into this second period. Shivsky still in the circle. Coming in for the Friars, number 10, Brady Berard.
Not to be confused with Connor Bedard.
Puck dropped. Michigan wins that one. Controlled over on the right side. Pass in, and that was a great attempt there by Jacob Truscott. Unfortunately, does not make its way through. Michigan still has control of the puck. Number 4, Gavin Brindley working behind the goal right now. Loose round. Doesn't get it in. Defense, Graham Blake there. Fielded up, though. Rebound was grabbed by Marshall Warren. He had a shot on goal. Looked like it was good. But Philip Svedbach able to lay out there, corralled that one in.
Yeah, Svedbach was incredibly out of position by the wraparound. I think he got tangled up with Rutger McGroarty, but Warren comes in, takes advantage, and if he waits a little longer to shoot, I think he scores.
Another line change. Frank Nazar taking the face-off for the Wolverines, loses it to Chase Yoder on the Friars. Friars in possession, driving up now. Michigan Casey's able to send that one back, though. Goalie's going to come out for the Friars. Work it around the glass. It's going for it right now. Casey tried to clear it again, but whiffed on it. Friars now on the attack. Even numbers as they push it up the near side of the rink. Puck gets stopped up on the wall there. Yoder again clears to the other side. Friars trying to work it down the head, now back to the goal line. Michigan able to clear it out. Number 6, Josh Ernest pushing it up. 21, Hullum comes behind, shot on goal, goes high. That was 21. Jackson Hullum came off the rebound, got it there. Back to Nazar, working his way around. Making an attack, shot on goal, great shot, but a better save by goalie Svedbak. It's going to be another face-off here, just about 2 minutes into the second period as the Friars make another line change.
In this first 1 minute and 40 seconds, the puck has been in Providence's zone the entire time. We talked about throughout the first period and going into the second half. It was maybe more even in the scorelook, but now Michigan's dominating.
TJ Hughes wins that faceoff for the Wolverines. It's a great shot on goal there. I believe that was 24. Stephen Holtz had a great little shot, but again, Svedbak brings it in. Wolverines have been making Svedbak work there in their goal. Obviously put the 2 past him, but I have about 9 shots total on him as opposed to the Friars 7. As a timeout is called on the ice. Hoping to give Svedbak a little bit of a breather. As the goalies cross past on their way to the benches. Michigan currently ranked number 5 in the national polls. That may change depending on how much the national media views their loss last night and how badly, if we can hold on to this lead against Providence, how badly we beat them right now.
And in this game specifically, I think they are showing why they are a top 5 team, because even if they don't play their best, the talent they have, they can still score. So they were the top scoring team in the country last year, and they lost Fantilli and Luke Hughes to their best offensive players. So I mean,
despite losing Fantilli and Hughes, Michigan still returned the 3rd most goals from last season to this year. So even though we lost the Hobie Baker Award winner, we still have a lot of offensive firepower coming back with this team that we're going to see happen right now as TJ Hughes and Craig Needham getting the face-off. Needham wins that one for the Friars. Friars working up on the near side of the ice. Tyler Duke able to put a stop to that and pushes back in. Hughes again looking for the attack, swings it back out to Moldenhauer. Moldenhauer loses it for a second. Just a scrap going on by the boards. Michigan still has control for the second as Dylan Duke gets it. Passes it over to his younger brother. Ricochets off of Svedbak, pops up onto the net. It's going to be another face-off here. 11th shot on goal for the Wolverines. And there you got a little bit of taste of that brother-to-brother action. Obviously, Dylan Duke, been here for a few years now. His younger brother, Tyler, transfers over now, joining onto this team. Both of them have had a lot of playing time so far this game and yesterday. It's going to be very fun seeing how they work with each other as the season goes on.
Michigan here early testing Svedbak.
Face-off there, won by Nazar. Plutsky sends it around, goes and retrieves his own send, tries to push it back for LaPointe. LaPointe can't quite get it, though, as the Friars regain possession. They're going to start pushing down the ice. Number 4, Gilliam Richard sends it way down, but Michigan's able to regain possession of that. Richard's going to get it back now. Work it up on the near side. Whiff there for a second. Kelly brings it up for the Friars. Working around the net. Michigan, a big hit there by number 12, Nick Poison. Back up to Kelly near the blue line. Sends it down behind the goal. Michigan gets the puck. At 77. Marshall Warren working it up. As on the fly change here comes for the Friars. Centrello for the Friars, trying to cut the pad off and missed it. Espada has it. Sends it back to Chester Plesky. Quick action, big collision in the middle of the ice. As Brindley goes down but gets right back up. Shot and goal by Holtz, goes far. It's going to be another face-off here. A lot of action happening here early in the second period.
For the first time, Providence had some semblance of possession in Michigan zone, but Michigan does a good job not allowing any high change or chances. And now we got to face off back in the Providence zone.
Shifsky faces off with Yoder. Yoder wins that one for the Friars. Working up center of the ice. Friars have it, pushing down. Kelly again works away. Big hit from behind there. Big hit by McGroarty. Knocks Friars for a second as they try to regain it. Yoder with some great shots on goal there. Tried to force it in from behind the net. As Bradley's getting into it. As Brindley gets into it with a Friar there. Tension starting to run a little bit high for that one. As even though as Barczewski had the puck in his hand, Yoder was still poking at it in the corner down there. And like any good teammate would, Brindley comes to the aid of his goalie, stands up for him.
And Yoder, that was the first chance, little wraparound, first chance for Providence here.
Friars win the ensuing faceoff. Take it back across the blue line, center ice now. Working it, sends it back down, back towards the goal though. Casey able to reel it in. Trying to work past some defenders in there. Sends it up center ice, looking for Ernisi. Blocked by the Friars though. Back on the near side, Casey one more time has it. Trying to clear it out. Gets it to Ty Duke. Ty Duke slammed up against the board, but still has the puck for now. Shoots it around the far side of the rink. Keys for the Friars, gets it back. Shot on goal there. Easily brought in by Barczewski. That was number 11, Graham Gamchi. Didn't quite get all of that one, just kind of lobbed it up right there for Barczewski to get it.
And Providence kind of making a little bit of a push here. We'll see if Michigan can withstand it.
Providence has had a lot more possession inside Michigan territory so far this period than they have all of last period, as that faceoff goes to the Friars again. Great shot on goal there. Stopped though by the massive humanity in front of the crease. Friars get the puck back center ice, flings it down around the boards. True Scott was there to get that one, sends it back up. Number 9, Moldenhauer working his way up. Gave it to Hughes. Hughes lost it for a second. Friars trying to just clear it out of their half. 28, Jaroslav Chmar worked his way up for the Friars. Friars behind the board. This puck now goes to Warren. Warren has it near side of the ice. Dylan Duke sends it cross ice and bounces up into the Michigan bench. It's going to be a face-off here. The rare out of bounds in hockey. Don't see that one that frequent. He was looking for Moldenhauer. Patch just got away from him a little bit as we have a face-off at center ice. Yoder taking it for the Friars. Estapa for the Wolverines. One by Estapa. Wolverines get it. Shoots it up behind the goal. LaPointe missed it. Instead took the hit against the Friars. Friars send the puck into Michigan territory, going by the goal line. Scrum behind the goal line. Friars able to get it out. 14. Kiel Foot for the Friars. Shot on goal, deflected by his teammate. Casey again trying to work it. Gets it back to Fontilli. Pass there to Polensky. Got it. Over to LaPointe. LaPointe working on the boards. Has it. Passes back up to Plansky. Back to LaPointe. LaPointe behind the goal line, trying to make something happen. Comes back around. Passes up on the boards. Casey has it. Doesn't move. Dekes him out. Dekes him again. Works his way. Pass into Plansky. Plansky shot on goal. Off of the chest of the goalkeeper. And Yoder clears it out. LaPointe stabbed that, but let it go. Going to make a change here for the Wolverines. Going back in. Gavin Brindley among them.
That's the talent of Seamus Casey right there.
Casey, a really big part of that play. Casey, again, bring the back up the ice. Coming back to Wolverines. Casey, again, trying to work it into Shevsky in the middle. Big hit there by Shifsky on the boards. Friars now have it. Give it right back to Casey. Casey's been a really big part of this game, has the goal in the first period, and he's been an excellent staple for Michigan's defense so far. Puck in the Friars half. Friars trying to push it back up the ice. Center ice now. Moving it, flicks it up by the goal line. Risky pass there. Risky pass as Michigan takes it. Shot on goal, and not quite. McGrory had a great shot there, but the pads were just too much. As the Friars now push it back up. Center ice, scrum. And the Friars just send it down. Marcheski comes out, sets it up for Warren. And as my view is blocked by the building of Yost, Warren sends it down the far side. Friars get control of it. Warren takes it right back, pushes up center ice. Outnumbered, working on it, takes a shot but goes far. Nazar gets it, sends it back to Fantilli. Fantilli shot on goal, not quite. Wolverines still have it, still working. Warren again, Warren shot, just far left. Nazar gets it back one more time. Wolverines dominating possession right now. They start working in, cuts through a double team, pass it. Fantilli looks for it, doesn't quite get it. Oh, as after the play was done, after the serve was done, Ernisi gets pushed by a Friar, knocks the net out. As the referees fly in and make sure nothing quite happens. Unfortunately, this is not the 80s. Fighting is no longer tolerated. So the referees are doing their best to keep the peace. As we saw a little bit earlier, but this game is a little bit chippy right now. But you always love to see when they come to defense of the goalkeepers.
Yes, I mean, yeah, I mean, you do always love to see that. Clearly, they have their backs, but Luca Fantilli, the last couple times he's been on the ice, last shift he was great on defense. When anyone on Providence was anywhere near the net, he was really physical to deny them, and on that possession, he was all in on the offensive push, and he created that last big chance.
Guillaume Richard, 2 minutes for cross-checking in the penalty box. Now Wolverines have the advantage. They had one power play earlier, could not capitalize. Looking to make that one difference as they have possession of the puck in Friar territory. Brindley, great shot and goal. Swallowed up. Oh! As Dylan Duke still getting into it. Looks like he got shoved after that play there by Luke Chris on the Friars. Chris getting talking to by one of the officials right now. Friars making a line change. Chris will go out. Hughes taking the face-off here. Left face-off circle in Friar territory. Hughes versus Duran for the Friars.
Brindley, McGrory, and Casey, they've been...
Puck drop, gets sent immediately flying way back on the Michigan side of the ice by the goal line. Duran's making a sprint for it, gets the puck, but Casey takes it right back. Casey's going to start the Michigan attack as he brings up center ice, passes it to Hughes on the left. Hughes passes it right back. Brindley bringing it up, passes it back to Hughes on the left. Hughes looking, doesn't quite get it. Brindley sends it back around the ice, gets to Dylan. Dylan passes up to McGordy. Doesn't quite get through. Brindley gets it, shot blocked by 27. Harding. Michigan still has it though. Swipes it out to Brindley. Brindley passes it over, deflected, but still got it. It's McGrody. McGrody shot, doesn't quite go. Casey gets it back on the left. Casey works his way up. Casey gonna take a shot, doesn't. Tries to get to McGrody. McGrody has it. Sends it back up to Brindley. Brindley, soft touch back to McGrody. McGrody looking, passes up. Dylan Duke again, back to McGrody. McGrody on the right, looking up to the top. Casey shot, swallowed up, doesn't. Blocked by the goalkeeper. Dylan Duke was right there trying to make a play, didn't quite get it though. Ball gets poked out. Not ball, puck. Wrong sport. Michigan at center ice right now, just kind of working it around. Casey and Hallam pass it back and forth. Now Nazar making his approach, weaving through the defense. One-time attempt there. Doesn't get it, was looking for Hallam. Hallam's stick breaks, has to get a new stick from the side. does so. Hockey stops for nothing. As Truscott brings it back up. Gets it poked out away from him, though. Moldenhauer able to save it. Power play has done. Friars have successfully killed their second power play. As they now go on the attack. Berard for the Friars making his approach. Passes it up to Yonder. Yonder tries on goal, doesn't get it. Great positioning there by Warcheski. Michigan gets it back. This is Hallam. Hallam working his way up center ice. As Moldenhauer on his left. As Michigan makes a change on the fly. Friars get that back, coming down the near side. Chris for the Friars passes up, gets the block, tries again. This one makes it through, shooting around the boards back to the right side. Picked up by Ernisi. Ernisi loses it back to the Friars in their own half. Pops up down the side. Casey's right there to get it back, though. Puck now deep in Michigan territory, right by the goal line. Casey again, wonderful deke there. The Friars passes up. Ernisi not quite able to bring that one in. Friars again on the attack, near side of the ice, working one-on-one with the goalie. Doesn't quite get that shot on goal. Scrum over left side. Michigan comes away with it. Shifsky working up center ice, just kind of lofts this one down so we can make the sub out. Change on the fly brings Estapa and LaPointe back in. Friars street down the left side. Shot on goal, easily brought in. Deflected off by Marcheski. Tied up in the corner. A couple Wolverines, a couple Friars. Puck makes its way out. Steal by who else but Seamus Casey. Friars get it right back, though. Working, and Casey again reads that one beautifully. Michigan had numbers for a second, but a mishandle there by LaPointe means that Friars are able to get back. Michigan now has the puck, working it around their half-ice offense. Back up top to Holtz. Holtz slap shot one-timer. Doesn't go through. Too much humanity in front of that goal. Friars have it right now. Going to work it back up. Back to Holtz. Holtz passes up to LaPointe. LaPointe gives a great little pass through to Fantilli. Fantilli center to LaPointe. Shot goal deflected off. Friars able to get this one back. Duran working his way back up. Kind of spinning around for a second there. Got off balance. Friars still have it behind the goal line. It's like we do have a penalty incoming here.
Yeah. LaPointe, I mean, just pretty blatant trip. A run to the net, I think. That might have been. It was Raleigh Duran running to the net, and LaPointe just stuck out of stick. No argument from Michigan there.
Referee's got LaPointe there with interference deep in Michigan territory, so Friars will now have their own power play for the next 2 minutes. 7:20 left here in the second period. Still 2-0 Michigan. It's been a lot of action back and forth. Michigan, though, still in clear control of the puck and of possession at most times. The Friars have had some good attack opportunities, but they haven't really been able to get set into that traditional long-term half-ice offense.
Yeah, they don't really have a guy like the Wolverines do in Seamus Casey, who can go one-on-one with defenders, who can control the puck like he can. And so, yeah, some of their chances, they may have to manufacture it a little bit more. But, I mean, this power play is going to be really key. This might be Providence's best chance to score the entire game, so they need to take full advantage.
Yeah, Seamus Casey has been all over the place today. He is, anytime the Friars get that puck into Michigan territory, you can believe Casey's going to be there, poking pucks out, swiping passes. As we come back from a brief intermission, face off Michigan territory, immediately taken by the Wolverines. Warren pushing up with Ernity. Shot on goal by Warren, blocked by Friars. Puck taken there by Nick Poison for the Friars. Friars going to have another attack attempt right here. It's going to be Chris bringing it up. Pass over to DeGrand. DeGrand on the near side of the ice. Puck gets away from him. Shoots around to the other side. Picked up by Kifiuk. Friars now settling into that more slow down offense, working their way around. Pass up by the goal. Up, Chris, top of the ice, takes a shot, goes just high. Had a great rebound there, attempt there by Poison, but doesn't quite make it through as Wolverines clear that puck out. Hallam streaking up, looking for a one-on-one opportunity, gets the puck. Friars come back. Great pass up, one-timer attempt there by Shifsky. Doesn't quite go through. Casey now with it. Casey making his attack. Great shot on goal, but one more time blocked. A great little stretch here by Svedbach. He's had a great second period here after he let those 2 goals up early.
Poison had a wide open net. I don't know how he did not score that, but I mean, it was just wide open. Got the room behind the net, and he just couldn't get the angle.
Couldn't keep it down.
Yeah.
Sails a little high.
Just couldn't get the angle, and he got rejected by the post.
Tough break for the Friars as a face-off in their territory is won by them. 28, Schmeller working his way up now. But a great hit there from the Wolverines. We kind of clear that puck out. Shifsky has it, tries to pass across to Brindley. Brindley can't quite hold on to the deflected pass. Goalkeeper comes out. Svedbach comes out, takes it. Friars now working their way back up past center ice. Working the puck down towards the middle. And I believe, what did happen there? I believe that was a goal for Providence. What happened on that? There's no whistle. That was in fact a goal. Providence goal there. Number 9, Hudson Malinowski put that one away. Left side of the goal, across to the right corner.
Just a really patient shot. Waits for the Michigan defense to bite and just goes top corner. Saying watch out for Malinowski all game, and he delivers. Now, I mean, Michigan's had a great second period. Arguably, they played better in the second period than the first, but sometimes that's hockey.
Apologies for missing that call. We have a little bit of an obstruction in our view of the ice right here at the desk, right where Michigan's goal is, so we didn't have a clear look at that one. But there was, in fact, a goal there. As the ensuing faceoff was won by Michigan. Dylan Duke had an opportunity at goal, but just whiffed on the puck. Michigan, though, good shot there by Warren, blocked off. Back over to Holtz. Can't make anything happen. Hughes now scrapping in the corner. Taken back by Warren. Great job Moldenhausen keeping it past the offsides line. Friars attacking once more. Shooting the puck down. Marcheski comes up, gets it, sends it back out. Duke around the center ice, fighting for it on the wall with Chris. Hughes steals that one away from a Friar. Hughes taking his tack up, undermanned, but still making his tack. Try to get past there, and Molzenhauer right at the crease. Pass sailed through, though. Duke the big check against Chris as the puck sails across the ice. Moldenhauers are fighting for it right in the face-off circle. The referee with an acrobatic jump over the puck. It's not interfere with play as Michigan gets control. Truscott gets it back, gets it to Brindley. Brindley working his way up now. Banks it off the ice, gets it back up by the face-off circle on the right. Sends it back up. Truscott keeps it in the Friar half. McGrody has it, lost it, as it now makes its way back behind Michigan's goal. Going to shoot it back to Truscott. Truscott pushing it outside the ice. McGrody coming in for it. Big hit against Chris. Gets the puck back. Gets it over to Shifsky. Shifsky loses that one back to the Friars. Tries to send it back up. McGrody gets it right back. Sends it over to Truscott. Truscott passes Shifsky. Shifsky blocked there. Another great attempt by Fantilli. Doesn't manage to go through. Fantilli saves the puck one more time. Brindley misses that pass. To be Gamchi with a fast break opportunity here. Passes it over to Needham, but Needham doesn't quite get it. Big hit against Needham on the boards. As Shifsky makes his attack now, weaving through. Puck stays in play as we make a quick change on the fly for the Wolverines. Bad timing as the Friars are attacking now. Casey, though, our hero and savior, comes back to stop that one. Estapa has the puck at center ice. Shoots it over to LaPointe. LaPointe scrapping for it with Kelly. Friars regain control of that. It's going to be number 17, Yoder, bringing it back up the ice. Someone lost stick. Plesky lost his stick. Just trying to get in people's way right now. Wolverines make another quick change. As Ty Duke comes in, helps Hallam bring that puck in. Hallam passes over to Estapa. Estapa shot on goal and swallowed up by Svedbak. Svedbak having a great second period here. Michigan 21 shots on goal so far in this game. He's only let in 2 of them.
Yeah, and I mean, Svedbak looks to have settled down a lot. Lets up his first 2 shots, and he's saved 19 shots in a row, and that's definitely one of the reasons that Providence is still in this game.
Face-off won by the Wolverines. Warren has to just get that one out of there, facing a lot of pressure from the Friars. Puck in the right corner on Michigan's goal line. Dug out there by Truscott. Now Michigan pushing it up. Hallam's going to have it right by the goal line. Stick fighting. Sends all the way around. Friars just trying to clear the puck out. Truscott's going to come back and get this one. Gives it to Hallam. Hallam right back to Truscott. Truscott crossed the ice. Has Ernesi. Warren, center ice. Has it. Looking. Great backhand. Doesn't quite get it. Ernesi's second attempt. And again, falls on it, does Svedbak. 22nd shot by the Wolverines. Just 2 minutes left here in the second.
Yeah, and for the Wolverines, that was a fantastic minute of play. Great job by Warren to just get it in front of the net, and in Jackson Hallam tried to just redirect it. But a great chance. James Casey back.
Face up down for the Wolverines. Hughes wins that one, gives it back to Dylan Duke. Dylan Duke sends this one around the ice, back over to Casey. Casey tries to center it, but Friars get control of it. Back. Ty Duke, though, stops that one. Gives it up to his brother Dylan. Dylan sends it back up. Sean goal doesn't quite go. Back around Chris, tries to send it back around for the Friars. Tyler Duke, though, comes in, kicks that one out. Hughes knocks it down with his hands as the Friars trying to keep the puck out of their territory. Late hit there on Ty Duke by Berard. McGroarty fighting for it down there in the corner. Gets sent out. Casey on the right. Casey's going to have a shot here. Works his way back to the goal line. And that one's fallen on by Svedbak one more time.
Seamus Casey has he's creating space where there really is not space with his puck handling, and that is just so valuable. He turns really a 1-on-2 into a clean drive to the net.
And you forget, Seamus Casey is a defenseman, but he moves like a center or a wing sometimes coming this puck up. So he's someone that has an impact all the way down the ice. As Truscott takes a big hit here on the near side, Friars have the advantage, taking it down. Good shot and goal, but swallowed up by Marchevsky as there's a big scuffle now by the goal. And there are players on the ice really getting into it now. This is the explosion that we've kind of been waiting for with how chippy this game has been getting. The Friars took one extra shot as Marchevsky had fallen on it.
Wow, and they're going to call Gavin Brindley. I believe he was the first one to initiate that scrum.
They got him for roughing. It's going to be a 2-minute penalty with only 1 minute left in the period. Truscott and Warren pleading their case to the referees right now. Truscott, of course, the captain. Warren, one of his assistants.
Because there's a scrum, I would have expected Providence to have someone in the penalty box too. the Michigan crowd, the children of Yost, definitely were not happy about that one. But
I believe that's what they're discussing right now.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what's going on. The
We got a
Wolverines are
challenge.
challenging, seeing there's a missed major on this one, so the referees will go into the box, claiming that the Friars started it all. As anyone with siblings knows, it's not about who starts, it's about who they catch.
Let's see, where's
And you see on the
Brindley in
replay
this?
there, Brindley
Oh.
Brindley did come in and try to grab
Brindley might
the
have thrown a
Friar from
punch.
behind. So there's some shoving between Warren and one Friar, and all of a sudden, Shevsky from behind gets put in a chokehold and dragged to the ice. Looks like that's number 13, Craig Needham. Needham needs to get himself under control
Yeah.
because he really just come in, throw him down.
Yeah.
You'll see Richard in there for the Friars as well, was a part of that kind of scrum. I will admit, Warren and Brindley were two of the first Michigan people in there shoving up against the Friars, but the Friars were the ones who pulled Shivsky down to the ground in that scrum. So
Yeah.
if there are going to be any penalties given out, it should be against the Friars for that infraction.
Yeah, and I mean, Brindley did kind of clothesline up. You see it again. I mean, there's a little push. I mean, I think. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't necessarily see anything that Providence did. Honestly, I think it might just be on Michigan.
It's curious to say if they're going to say that when Brindley came in, if him coming in knocked over the pile, or if it was the Friars, Richard and Needham were the ones that. It's going to be who's responsible for that, because there were some players that fell to the ground. They looked like they called Brindley responsible for it, but looking back at the film, you could pin it on the Friars because they were in there first, starting to go down before Brindley even came in.
And my unbiased opinion is that I can't really see how Providence could get a penalty here.
Well, we're going to see as the referees come back out.
Wow.
And they got the
Well done.
major. We were right. It was number 13, Craig Needham, came in, hit Shevsky on the head, and gets a 5-minute major. It's a great swing there. I think Brindley will still be in the box because he was still a part of that one. This is a great swing for the Wolverines, who instead of now being down a man for this last minute, will be even at 4s. And then after they get Brindley back, we'll still have a power play for 3 more minutes after that as well. So this is about as good as a challenge could go for.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was totally wrong on that one. I mean, this is huge for me. I mean, a fantastic challenge.
It's a great challenge there by Michigan as Nazar and Yoder face off near center ice, won by the Wolverines. Moldenhauer making his way up ice, passes back over Nazar. Nazar with a great deke, gets away from though as Chris for the Friars reels that one in. Passes it over to Richard, the other man of all that scramble. Oh, loses it though. Nazar almost had a chance to assist McGroarty. Doesn't quite get it though. Friars still fighting their way up. Ty Duke gets control of this puck though, gets it back over to Nazar. Nazar tries to center it, gets tripped up. Casey has it, making some fancy stick work, but loses it eventually to Chris. Chris making his way up for the Friars. Even men on both teams. Just under a minute left, just under 30 seconds now. Boy, does time fly. McGroarty has a chance at the puck here. Leaves it back for Ty Duke. Ty Duke is going to have a chance. Pass it back over to McGroarty. McGroarty passes it up to Nazar. Nazar gets the goal with 10 seconds left. A great entry by McGroarty into the crease. Tries once, tries again, and gets the goal, sneaking that one past Schvedbach in the bottom right corner of the goal, and brings the lead back up to 2 for the Wolverines. What a great play there, capitalizing on the penalty. Instead of being a man down, having a kill power play to get taken advantage of even men, less congestion on the ice. and just work that puck all the way around. A great entrance there. Nazar just slips by his man, slips right by Richard, kind of misses the puck at first, but Schvedbach is so out of position on his knees on the other side of the net that Nazar doesn't pay for that mistake and is able to still squeeze that one in there as our second period ticks away and comes to a close. Michigan still leads 3-1 with that great last-second goal by Nazar, the sophomore center out of Mount Clemens, giving Michigan some of that comfort back they lost after the Friars had their goal earlier on in the second.
I mean, just what a back cut by Frank Nazar and Rucker McGroarty, who the reason they got that puck into the zone, Seamus Casey had Rucker McGroarty on almost a breakaway, missed him, but they get the puck back, and such a good play and the patience by Frank Nazar to score. Not fancy. The pass was fancy. The goal was not fancy. Just a good old-fashioned little gritty goal. And wow. And because it's a major, Michigan will play.
Sophomore only appeared in 13 games last year, had only 2 goals and 5 assists. This year already almost reaching his season high from last year. One of these players that expected to kind of step up and be a part, losing a lot of those key pieces from last year's Frozen Four team. And so far, he's been looking phenomenal out there on the ice. Has a couple face-off wins, has that incredible goal. He's someone to keep an eye on as we continue to go this season. In our intermission now, as there appears to be some kind of sled race on the ice right now. Very fun to see fans come out and slip around on the ice. Of course, wearing helmets because we do prioritize safety here at the University of Michigan. As the near side Penguin slides in for the victory. You gotta love these intermission shenanigans that happen here at Yost. One of the best atmospheres to watch a hockey game at anywhere in the world. Children of Yost are world-renowned for the antics and the energy they bring to the building. Not to mention the Michigan Hockey Band, one of the best bands you will find anywhere in this country, who are about to play for us right now. We thank you for tuning in to WCBN here on YouTube for its live commentary. Michigan hockey, number 5 versus number 18, Providence Friars. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at WCBN Sports to catch all of our action coming up. We'll be here for every home hockey game, a few of the away ones, every home basketball game, men and women's, a couple of their away games as well, not to mention volleyball that's going on right now. Football, of course, still happening. A lot of things happening here, so make sure you hear every broadcast right here on WCBN Sports. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram as well, so you can see when we have our streams on there. We'll always make an announcement about that. About 10 minutes left here in this intermission. Michigan, of course, up 3-1 right now. I'll be with you for the rest of the time, but we are going to be bringing back Vihaan in a second here. Coby, you've done a great job today. What are your final thoughts in case you don't come back on the air?
Well, I mean, that was just a beautiful goal. I mean, I can't get over the pass by Rucker McGroarty. I mean, Rucker McGroarty in McGroarty, Brindley, Seamus Casey, and Luca Fantilli. Those are the standouts for this game. I mean, Fantilli hasn't played that much, but he's been fantastic. Casey, as always, and I'm really interested to see Luca Fantilli. I wonder, whenever he decides to enter the draft, I hope someone takes him because he has really stood out to me.
Do you think this team is going to be able to repeat as Big Ten champs and go back to Frozen Four?
Absolutely. I think, as always, it's them, Minnesota are the two teams to beat. I think they can absolutely repeat, can absolutely win the national championship, make the Frozen Four, all of it.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Coby. As he takes off the headset, we thank him for his service here. We welcome back to the booth Vihaan, who's currently gathering his notes. Very unprofessional being this unprepared as they come back into the booth. I'm kidding. I love this man. He's a good guy. 8 minutes left in the intermission.
Hello again, everyone. I know you've missed hearing my voice, but I'm sure these two did an adequate job at filling this.
Welcome back, Vihaan. What are your thoughts about the second period? You were still here, still watching, just weren't on the headsets. What are your impressions about this last period that you watched?
Well, I think the second period in many ways reflected a downturn in performance from Michigan. You know, there was a lot more shooting that just ended up being empty. Michigan is now outshot Providence 25-15. Yet it's only really built in the form of 3 goals. And Providence has played some very good defensive hockey, but at the same time, you just expect more efficiency from a team like Michigan, especially when Providence has been very purposeful when they play.
Absolutely. I do think part of that, though, does come with the fact that, as we mentioned, you did lose 3 big pieces last season. Going to the draft, of course, Fantilli, Hughes, and Senskovic were big parts of last year's team that was so good, was so dominant, that have all now left. So you do have guys like Nazar, who is having to step up a lot more this year. You have Tyler Duke, who used to play at Ohio State, transferred in now. So I think this is a team that early in the season, we will see things like this. We will see some inefficiency. We'll see some, lots of shots on goal, but not many of them getting in. I would say the 25 shots on goal as opposed to 15 does make me feel very good in terms of showing how well Michigan has been able to control the puck, control the tempo of this game. And they haven't made too many egregious errors so far. There haven't been any boneheaded passing decisions. There haven't been any bad shots or any out-of-position play. It's all been pretty solid, and I think just you're going to see that efficiency come with the familiarity and comfort of these new lineups and I cannot think right now. As these new lineups come into play here.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's a couple players today that I really want to highlight that I think are going to be key in Michigan just holding out and getting this victory. And I think one of them is definitely Marshall Warren, a defenseman who's got 5 shots on the board, been very involved in each of the attacks while also dropping back to do his part. I think another such player is also Seamus Casey, who is already on the score sheet, constantly looking to get himself more on the score sheet, and is at the same time restricted Providence's attacking abilities. Once again, performance of goalkeeper Jake Parzewski, and he has been strong. Only allowed 1 goal, 13 saves. He has a save percentage of 92.9%, which is slightly higher than his counterparts. Svedbeck, who is at a percentage of about 80%, so not too bad, even though Svedbeck is winning the game of pure saves in 22-13. But that reflects that Michigan has been a lot more hungry, if a little more wasteful when they shoot on goal.
Absolutely. And, of course, that 1 goal coming on that power play. So even Michigan's still been pretty good. Just that 1 power play, unfortunately, got them this advantage. So far, Providence has been able to kill the first 2 power plays. Obviously, this last one, despite the fact that they had penalty, was still even. So for about this first minute of the third period, it's still going to be that 4-4, and then after 57 seconds, Michigan will go back at full strength. But because of the major that the Friars have right now against number 13, Craig Needham, they're still going to be down after 3 more minutes. So the good first chunk of this third period is going to be in favor of the Wolverines. See if they can't get 1 more goal, tying the 4 that Providence had against them last night as some kind of poetic vengeance for what happened yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. And going into this game, I think, going into this last period of the game, I think Michigan, again, if they just build for control of the puck, because now that we're in the third period, you have a somewhat healthy lead, I do think it is time to be a little more conservative, defend a little better, and I think a lot of it would come down to just winning the puck game, maintaining possession, keeping the puck in the center or in Providence's half. Just do not play it back. As often as possible, try not to play it back, and I think that is going to involve the likes of Casey and Warren, again, making those starting skates all the way into the other half.
About 3.5 minutes left here in the intermission as we come back with a 3-1 Michigan lead over the Friars of Providence. I'm curious about you. Michigan, of course, came in pre-ranked number 5 in the season, lose their first game in Providence, but against them, they're very dominant showing against them. How do you think this is going to affect Michigan's view in the polls this upcoming week?
Well, I think the opponents that they're coming up next are fairly hard. Like there's a road trip to UMass and Amherst. There's another 2-game series. And then the big one against Ohio State. I do think, is Michigan still the number 5th best team in the country? I don't think they deserve to necessarily fall out of the top 10 based on this game, but maybe they should drop a few spots, because this series has been solid, but nothing has told me they need to be further up in the polls than they already are.
I think it's a fair assessment of where we were going to be. I could see them falling down to maybe like 7, 8. It does kind of depend on what the rest of the top 10 does these first, this like opening weekend of college hockey. But yes, as we mentioned, after this, Michigan will be having a road trip out to UMass and Amherst, having a couple of games out there for coming back for a 2-game series against the dreaded Ohio State, that team down south. Tyler Duke getting a chance to play against his former team very early on in his Michigan career. Those games will be, if you're able to make it to Ann Arbor, those games will be absolutely electric sellouts. And we will be bringing live commentary here on WCBN Sports YouTube page. So again, make sure you're subscribing to be notified of that when it happens.
And Ohio State is also ranked. They are currently ranked 13th in the preseason poll.
This could be a very, very telling matchup for the rest of the season.
Yeah. The teams above Michigan are Boston University, Quinnipiac, Minnesota, and Denver. And just a heads up, if any of you are looking for more WCBN coverage of Wolverine hockey, tune in to DSR every Wednesday from 6 to 6:30, or catch it afterwards on Spotify. Will Gregory is hosting Wolverine Hockey Wednesdays, which will feature interviews with members of both the men's and women's hockey team, as well as at collegiate and professional hockey with the Michigan focus. Pretty much the number one place to get coverage of Michigan hockey. Do not miss out. Every Wednesday from 6 to 6:30.
Daily Sports Report, we do have our Hockey Wednesdays, but Daily Sports Report is every day, Monday through Thursday, 6 to 6:30 on 88.3 WCBN FM. And as we mentioned, posted afterwards to our Spotify page, WCBN Sports, the Daily Sports Report on Spotify. So make sure you follow that as well. We have a lot of great debates on there, of course. Wolverine Hockey Wednesdays, but also we have a bunch of other commentary on the other days. College football, NFL football, and a wide variety of Michigan sports. We'll mention basketball is coming up soon, so we're going to be a lot of previews about the upcoming Michigan season. A very interesting season coming for Michigan basketball. Last year, very disappointing, but this year, a little bit of a new-look team. It's going to be very fun to watch. And, of course, the women's team, always very good. Should be exciting to see how they come back from a very good year last year as well. 30 seconds left in the intermission. Both teams have regained and taken the ice, and we're going to get started with the third period any moment now.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, we are 15 seconds away. We are getting ready to bring you coverage. Again, as of right now, it looks like we are going to have the Shifsky. It is going to be the Shifsky, McCrory, Brindley line to start this off. Or no, my apologies. It is going to be Shifsky, Ernice, and Warren, who starts off.
Warren, Shifsky, Ernice, and Truscott.
And Truscott, who started us off. Truscott, the captain, right there out of center defense, the senior who has been drafted to the Vancouver Canucks.
Good for him. Yeah, there are 9 Wolverines have been drafted into the NHL so far.
And the puck is live. It's going to get back to Truscott. Truscott is playing it out from the back. He's going to send it to Warren. Warren is going to dart up like he has been doing so well in this game. He's going to play it to the right to Ernice. Ernice shots. It's deflected to the back, but it looks like we're going to have Michigan retrieve it from the back. It is now on to, I believe, Warren now. Warren is going to shoot. Again, it's going to get deflected, but you're going to have Ernice go to the back to try and retrieve it. Providence now has the puck. They win the challenge. Malinowski, the danger man, he's going to go up. He's going to shoot. It's weak. It's not going anywhere. It's just going to bounce off Barzewski, who has the puck now. And
easy catch in the glove there by Barzewski. Having himself a pretty game. Of course, that one unfortunate goal got by, but he's been looking pretty good and has big shoes to fill with Eric Portillo, who was an incredible goalie for Michigan the last few years. Went off to the draft. Currently looking to start off his NHL career, but Barzewski, grad student, is getting very well for us so far.
Indeed, and it looks like we're going to have a face-off. We are going to tell you who it is that is going to be facing off. All right, it is going to be... That face-off was TJ Hughes, who won it. He's going to play it to the back. Now he's just waiting to receive it. He's going to drive up. Hughes collecting it again from Duke. Still TJ Hughes, still gliding. He's going to play it in to Dylan Duke. It's not going to go anywhere quite yet, but now it's Hughes right back on the puck. He's still going, but he loses it on the side. He gets it back. Now, Michigan has lost the puck. Providence driving up there.
As Brindley comes back to the ice, his penalty ending. Michigan now having the man advantage, having a power play here. See if they can take advantage of this one, as they were unable to in their 2 other man-up advantages this game.
Seamus Casey sliding up, dropping it back to Gavin Brindley. Brindley's going to find McGroarty. McGroarty's on the right. He's looking for someone to play it out to. It looks like he's played it out to the back. He's played it out to the side. I believe that was Brindley. Now Casey. Casey looking for Brindley. Brindley could do a number of things with it. He's going to send it to the front. It's now going to find Dylan Duke. Hughes played all the way to the side. Going to send it up for an easy puck catch. Casey's going to get it back. Now it is going to be Rucker McGroarty. McGroarty still on the puck, sending it to the side. McGroarty playing it all the way to Brindley. Brindley's going to shoot. It's not going to go anywhere.
Rocket just went a little bit too high, though. Sparchevsky comes out to stop that one, give it back off to Casey. Wolverines regroup.
Casey holding on to it. Casey looking to find something to do with it. It's going to be Nazar. Nazar coming in from the back. Nazar drifting all the way to the side. Nazar, he's still going. He's still waiting for someone to play it out to because it's not quite open yet. Nazar is pretty much going to do a lap around the court. It is going to find Marshall Warren. Warren shoots. It's close.
Deflects right off that upper crossbar. That was almost a great one-timer.
Yeah, and right there it was Nick Moldenhauer who had it at the front for a bit. Couldn't really do anything with it there.
That puck just gets cleared back. Friars are trying to take a breath here. Michigan has dominated the puck so far in the half, already having a few more shots on goal. So Friars need to get away, catch their breaths, take some pressure off their goalkeeper.
And now it's Nazar. It briefly dropped to Moldenhauer. Now it's with Hallam. Warren playing it back. The True Scott. Looks like it's going to be there's some crowd uproar. We'll have to tell you what exactly it was that happened. I'm guessing offsides. Looks like offsides.
Say hooking against the Friars there. I believe that was number 21. Jackson Hallam was trying to get himself in position for a shot, but got hooked by, I believe that was on number 22. 22 for the Friars.
Casey looking for someone to put out. He's going to play it out to McGroarty, who's just going to send it to the back. Still Casey basically playing as a deeper center. Casey playing it back to McGroarty. McGroarty is going to play it up to Hughes. Hughes plays back to Casey. Brindley tries to shoot. Doesn't end up going anywhere. McGroarty to Brindley. Brindley's going to shoot. And doesn't look like it's going to go
after
anywhere,
the
we have
whistle.
A confrontation.
And another scrap.
We've seen quite a few incidents break out today. If you're a fan, I suppose it's good entertainment. If you're an old-time fan, you think, what has the game become?
And that's Brindley in there again on the scrap.
You'll notice that it seems to be some of the wingers who tend to get into these scraps more. It's just nature of the position that they play.
And that was a great shot on goal by Brindley. And Chris has been also an aggressor for the Friars most of this game. Got in Brindley's face after that one. The whistle was blown to stop the play as Brindley's pass was incoming. Just finished the play out. And Chris took exception to that one.
We're going to have a face-off. It's going to be CJ Hughes versus Chase Yoder. Michigan wins it, playing it back to Casey. Casey to Brindley. Casey shoots. It's deflected. And another confrontation.
That was Chris again. This guy has been an absolute mess, and he is going to the penalty box.
You would think the Friars are going to consider pulling him out of the game for some time. Looks like he's having a hard time keeping his head together. Yeah, that's a brutal check on Casey by Chris.
Checks him straight into the goal there. It's a good thing that they have the full cage in college, because if not, his eye socket would have gone directly into the upper corner of the goal. That was a deliberate move by Chris, who has been at the center of all of these scrums that we've had today.
And it looks like we're going to have a face-off between TJ Hughes and our view is slightly obstructed by one of the posts here in the building, but it is TJ Hughes from Michigan facing off against who looks to be
Number 5.
Number 8, Riley.
No, number 8, you're right.
Number 8, Riley Duran.
There's no number 5.
Michigan is going to win the face-off again. It's going to be played back to Casey. Casey to McGroarty. That combination has been crucial in these last few minutes. It's going to slide out to the back. Casey with the recovery. Casey gliding, looking for someone. Casey going to play it to Brindley, not McGroarty. A bit of a change. Brindley, he keeps fighting, he keeps going, but he loses the puck. Now it's back with McGroarty. Casey playing it to the side. It ends up going nowhere, but McGroarty with the recovery. Casey playing it from the back, looking for someone. Casey to McGroarty. And back. Another shot and another scrum and another scramble. Looks like
another broken stick as well.
Piece of a stick got broken. You don't see that every day. Still Casey.
Go!
Michigan scores!
McGroarty!
4-1. Casey on the end of it, creating that play like he's created all these chances so far. Big goal for Michigan. McGroarty is on the score sheet.
A one-timer from the right face-off circle. Just slams that one home. Upper right corner of the goal. A beautiful 1-2 and the one-timer from McGroarty. I believe as Hallam gets the assist. And there was a beautiful pass to assist. We'll get that in a second for you.
A well-deserved assist for Seamus Casey, who has been absolutely everywhere. The face-off begins with the puck sliding harmlessly out of play for Providence. Back to Michigan hands. Yeah, that's going to be TJ Hughes with the assist. Again, another player who played a key role in the second half, winning those face-offs, getting on the end of those challenges.
Speaking of face-offs, Michigan has been incredible in the face-off circuit today, winning 29 face-offs as opposed to Providence's 20. They've been really controlling that puck, and that's gone a lot of the way into just the dominance that Michigan has had over time of puck, having that puck constantly into Friar territory, putting stress on the goalkeeper, Schvedbach, and putting a lot of stress on this defense as well. As
you can see with Jacob Truscott on the puck, looking for someone to find it. He finds Warren. Warren looking for that sprint of clarity. He's going to shoot. It's going to the side. You're going to have Frank Nazar now. Nazar hands it off to Warren. Warren shoots.
Just kind of missed that one there. He didn't get all the stick, kind of caught it on the heel, and that one just pulled tight as Chris comes out his power play now. Back to even strength for the first time in a while for the Friars.
Yeah, and the Friars, I think, have lost their cool a bit in this game, that as shown by Chris's constant reckless challenges that got him sent out to the penalty.
Wolverines out just holding that puck. They know they got this game done. They're just trying to kill time now.
Yeah, you're not going to see a lot of positive hockey. That's my prediction for a while, but you are going to see some control, some more defensive play as Michigan have it behind the goal for Providence. Providence manages to win the recovery. They're going to send it back up. And now it is going to be all the way at the back. Michigan fighting for the puck again. Providence, again, I think, trying their best, trying anything they can right now, because anything will work at this point. Now, Michigan trying to play it up.
Ernest, he steps off the ice. LaPointe comes back in.
It goes pretty harmlessly out. It's
also going back in. Truscott.
Malinowski driving it up. Malinowski looking for someone. Is he going to find someone? Not quite yet. As LaPointe gets there on the recovery, gets there on the rebound, driving back up, looking for someone to do something with. It is going to be a hard-fought puck, but LaPointe seems like he's on the end of that. No, he isn't. It's going to slide back to Providence, who are now going to be on the counter. Tyler Duke fighting for the recovery. Chase Pletzky took a shot. It doesn't go anywhere. Providence tries their best to counter. It ends up going to the back. Michigan now trying their best to play it from the back. And it looks like we're going to see some more substitutions for Michigan. Gavin Brindley is back in the game, as is Stephen Holtz.
Rutger McGroarty also making his way back out onto the ice after that incredible goal. Friars conversing, trying to figure out what the heck is going on and how are we losing this bad.
Yeah, at this point, well, it's a game of margins. Anything can happen, as there is a face-off that Michigan is going to lose. Their first loss on the face-off for a while. Providence are going to try and drive it back up. Providence, Harding looking for someone. Harding hands it off. But it's going to be Gavin Brindley who, on the receiving end of the face-off, this could be dangerous. Brindley plays it to McCourty. McCourty looking for Brindley. Brindley behind the goal. Just going to harmlessly send it back. That's good. That's what you want to see. Just waste as much time as you can. It's going to be Duke. Duke playing it from the back. Duke waiting for someone. Duke, is he going to send it to Moldenhauer? Is he? No, he's going to send it to Warren on the side. Warren on the side is now going to send it to Moldenhauer. Moldenhauer picks up the puck, but doesn't quite get the control that he needs to drive it forward. It's going to slide to the back, where it looks like Duke is going to try and get the recovery. Duke is checked, tries, loses it, but he's got it back. Duke is waiting to hand it off to someone. It now ends up in the hands of Dylan Duke. Dylan Duke playing it, tries to play it to Warren. It ends up being countered.
Another graceful leap by the official to get over the puck on that one, but as the Friars lose possession again, they really haven't been able to get much just consistent offense running so far. That right before that Brindley steal that just happened about a minute ago, that was their first time of them getting into just sitting down in that half-ice offense. But everything else has been just either chaotic, as that shot on goal there doesn't quite make it in. Reaching around the net, Berard reached around that, that one didn't make it in. But yeah, and as Barczewski harmlessly catches this one in the mitt, Providence has really had no luck in that half-ice offense yet. They haven't had any chance to get in it. It's all been fast breaks or Michigan constantly poking the puck away, making them work for it. They haven't been able to settle down this period.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that comes with Michigan trying their best to control the possession game. This is going to be a face-off. It is going to be Nazar taking it for Michigan, and it is going to be number 10, who is Berard taking it for Providence. Michigan's going to win the face-off. They're going to send it back up. It's now Arias on the ball. On the puck, Nazar loses the challenge. It looks like, again, a bit of a scrap. There seems to be a lot of those instances in this game today. I think it is Providence slowly panicking, slowly losing their composure as the game has progressed.
It happens a lot, especially everyone Svedbach makes one of those saves. See, that one swallowed up another shot there from Michigan, now at 34 shots on goal as opposed to Providence's 18. Svedbach's having himself, for letting up 4 goals, he's still been doing a lot to have to reel in a lot of the Michigan attack that's been happening.
And Frank Nazar is going to win another face-off as James Casey tries to win the challenge. It's going to be Ernest who wins the challenge. Malinovsky at the back for going way back, trying to clear it out for Providence. It ends up falling into Michigan hands. Michigan still looking for a fifth, but you get the impression that they don't quite have the urgency. They don't really need it. They don't need it, but it would be good for insurance.
Absolutely. At this point,
Providence try to play to the back. It's another great save from Barczewski.
Yeah, as you mentioned, at this point, up by 3, 4-1, with less than 10 minutes to go. It's pretty safe to say that this one's going to be going in favor of Michigan, especially the way that they have been playing and still control the puck here. It would just be kind of nice to see, if they can do. If they get another goal here, obviously, like I said, we don't need it, but it's good to see that. Good to see that Michigan can go and score whenever they need to. Gives Michigan good experience on the offensive side of seeing who some of our better passers are, who some of our better scorers are, as we are still trying to figure out the dynamics of this new-look Wolverine hockey team.
Yes, as you have the puck bouncing back, it's going to be Mark Estapa, trying to play it from the back. He's going to skirt around Barczewski, and he's going to try and find his man. It's going to end up going to the ref. The ref is...
There was an offside called there.
Point to the spot for the offsides. We are a little more than halfway through the third period already. It's been a quick-moving period. Michigan, probably their best period so far, wouldn't you say?
Oh, they've been looking incredible so far. I mean, obviously the goal by McGroarty, incredible hockey right there. The 1-2 from Casey to Hughes to McGroarty for an incredible goal. But I am really glad to see that after Providence had that goal in the second period, you started thinking, maybe this is going to be sort of a comeback. Maybe they're going to make this a game. Maybe we end up going to a shootout or into over extra periods. But no, Michigan was able to, again, Nasser was having himself an incredible game today. Nasser had that goal right at the end of the second period to keep Michigan up above 2-goal leads, a very comfortable lead to have. And, of course, the goal that McGroarty we just had. It's been a lot of really solid hockey. The thing that I've loved is the way that Michigan's been able to just control the puck. It's never felt like they've been playing on their back foot. They've always had the puck in their possession, and when they haven't, they've been making Providence work for everything. You've seen a lot of people, especially with Seamus Casey, Nasser, Hughes, a lot of these people doing a really good job just being able to one-on-one go get past players, deke them out, make their way through a couple of defenders up the ice. It's been a lot of great puck movement by this Wolverine team, which, especially when we start getting into that tougher opponents with those tighter defenses, explicit and precise movements are going to be a lot more important to get down.
Right, as that offside is going to build into a face-off, which looks like it's going to be between Marcus Tapa and Chase Yoder. Yoder, the captain of this Friars team. And the puck is going to drop. Michigan manages to safely get out of that. Stephen Holtz sends it back harmlessly. Estapa tries to drive forward. It bounces off a stick, goes to the back. I think that's an ice. And that is going to be just a little more confusion here.
Again, out of bounds, I believe, in the last one. Estapa popped that one up, flew over the glass, and so it's the rare hockey out of bounds, which I honestly love.
Again, Estapa versus Yoder. Let's see who comes out victorious. Looks like it's going to be the Friars. They're going to try and send it up. It's going to bounce out. Jake Brzezinski comes out of his goal, sends it airbound. The Friars still have it, but they've been set a little far back. They're going to try and scrap for it, but Wolverines clearing it out. It's going to be Philip LaPont driving into Friars territory, looking for his man. He's found his man. It is going to be
a great catch there by Svedbach on the shot attempt.
And that was Chase Putski who tried his best to take that shot. It doesn't end up building into anything, but at the same time, we are now down to 8 minutes and 41 seconds. I think that's where you want to be if you're the Wolverines. You have a 3-goal advantage. A large chunk of the third period is gone. You are edging closer and closer to that victory.
And remember, this is the same team, not only that's currently ranked 18th in the country, but also beat this same Michigan team last night 4-2. So the fact that Michigan was able to come back from that deficit, a lot of expectations coming into the season, starting off with a loss is never what you want to do, but they didn't let that get to them. They stuck with it. They came back and have a great 4-1 victory at the moment. Might get a little bit bigger, could get a little bit smaller as well, but either way, Michigan is looking very good right now, and I feel very confident about them going forward.
Yes, as Brindley plays to McGroarty, back to Brindley. It's going to be number 17, who is Garrett Shifsky, who tried to shoot, but nothing comes out of that. It's going to be another shot from Brindley that is safely caught by Svedbach, who has had a very solid game to his credit. I know it sounds like an oxymoron when I'm complimenting a guy who conceded 4 goals, but he's honestly been pretty solid. I don't think there was a lot he could do about a lot of Michigan's goals. And as explained by the shot counter, which is 37-19, it clearly could have been a lot worse if Svedbach didn't maintain his composure.
33 saves, almost 90% save efficiency. He's not a bad goalkeeper. He's been doing very well tonight.
As you're going to see Berard and Hughes face off. Hughes wins it, plays it safely to the back. That's going to be Duke who tries to shoot. Doesn't go anywhere, but Casey's on the recovery. Casey, unfortunately, plays it into Friars' hands. Friars sliding back up. TJ Hughes sprinting all the way to the back to get that one back. Dylan Duke loses the counter. Moldenbacher also loses. Tyler Duke gets a little aggressive there. Difficult to shake the puck off the Friars at the moment as Berard tries his best. But there it is. Seamus Casey has it. Casey is now waiting for somebody to play it out to. It's going to go to Moldenhauer. Moldenhauer again checked on the side. Gamache checked out by TJ Hughes. Casey gets the ball, gets the puck back. Hughes getting into a bit of a confrontation with Yoder. It's all the way on the side. Moldenhauer tries to make a play for it. He does, but it ends up going back into Friars' hands. Harding on the puck now. It ends up hitting the glass.
I mean, going back to Svedbak real quick, I don't think we didn't really realize this because of, again, he did let the 4 goals today. But
looks like we're going to have
another save there.
Some trouble on there. Yeah, it's going to be a save. Korzewski seems to salute the fans. Well deserved. The fans are going to salute him right back for that. Great game from him. Tim, continue.
Speaking of saves, so yeah, that was Marcheski has 19 saves on the night. Svedbak's 33. I thought that seemed a little bit high, so when I looked up, Svedbak's career high for saves, 32. So this is a new career high for saves for Svedbak here tonight, the sophomore out of Sweden. So he's been having, in terms of saves, this is as many saves he's ever had in a game. It's the most he's ever had in his career. It's just unfortunate that 4 of those were also able to get in, so it's not going to be super memorable for him. It's not going to be one you want to keep a puck or anything like that from. But it is a very good goalie. Again, coming out of Sweden, the sophomore. Still has a lot of time here. Still is going to be very good looking forward. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing how Svedbak continues to develop or where he ends up in a few years. As that's his 35th save.
Yeah, just right there was a shot by Stephen Holtz, saved by Svedbak, who, again, continues his strong game. He is a very talented hockey player from a country that produces many of them.
Drafted back in 2021 in the 4th round by the Boston Bruins. As there's another penalty after a scuffle.
Let's see.
10
who the
minutes.
Is going to be on is going to be...
Hold on a second. There's another scrum.
The penalty is going to be for Providence.
Oh, sorry, 2 minutes.
Yeah, the penalty is going to be for Providence. It's going to be 2 minutes. And Michigan...
It's a roughing against Cal Kiefield.
And Providence have gotten very sloppy. They've made these rookie mistakes and given up a lot of these penalties recently. Michigan have a very good opportunity for their insurance goal now, as we have only 6 minutes and 31 seconds left in this game. Unless there's a 3-goal comeback that sends us to overtime. And as you hear No Scrubs by TLC playing in the background of the stadium, neither of these two teams have been scrubs in any way, shape, or form, but just that Providence has been a little unlucky at points, and Michigan have just been absolutely all out on the attack, a lot more cohesive, a lot better than what we saw. It's going to be a good way to close off the weekend with this victory and then head to Massachusetts for their next series against another very solid opponent.
Kyle Kiefuk in the penalty box along with number 11, Graham Gamgee.
He's going to start with a face-off. Yeah, there's going to be a penalty on both Kyle Kiefuk and... Yes, 2 penalties on Providence. Again, reflecting a trend that I think a lot of Providence Friars fans would not like to see, the team playing very recklessly at times.
So as if Michigan needs it, they now have the 5-3 advantage for the next couple minutes as we're winding down to the end of the game here.
Indeed. And now Michigan could very well score here. Do they need to? Not necessarily, but it would definitely be helpful.
Oh, it'd be very fun to see them score again. You kidding me? As both teams make a line change here, McGordy brings back up himself.
Yes. As Jacob Truscott, the captain, looking for somebody in the center to hand it off to. He hands it off to Nazar. Nazar scores! It's 5-1. Michigan capitalize on the penalty. Big goal. This looks like a victory.
What are we saying? It'd be nice to see it, and they must have heard us because we go ahead and have our 5th goal on the night. What an incredible bounce back performance for the Wolverines. It's the 2nd goal by Nazar on the night. Truscott had the puck up at the center ice, passed over, and then just does a quick little readjustment and fires it. Squeezes it just barely in between Svedbak and that left post.
And the penalty for Chase Kiefuk looks to be wiped off the clock. Now it is just on number 11, who is Yes.
Last year, Nazar had 2 goals on the season. Tonight has 2 in the game. Has already matched his season total from last year. What an incredible start to this season by Nazar. Someone who this team was expecting to step up to fill the gaps left by last year's draft departures, and he has done that so far tonight.
And big credit to Jacob Truscott for that assist. Big part of that play. Now it looks like the puck has been iced. The Friars are going to make a bit of a change. Frank Nazar now on the puck. Nazar looking to add to his tally. He's going to hand it off to Warren. Warren loses the puck as the Friars get ready to counter. They're going to send it wide. Ref kind of gets in the way there. Truscott trying to fight for it. Truscott and Putski. Putski playing it up. Or no, sorry, that was not Putski. That was LaPointe. That was Putski. And now LaPointe is just going to, puck is going to go harmlessly out. It's been iced. The crowd applauds Frank Nazar. The crowd should applaud this entire team. They've been nothing short of fantastic since the third period. It looks like a rout. Maybe it wasn't a rout the entire game, but the score is going to show that it's a rout, and that's all they care about.
Ooh, breathe.
My apologies.
It's okay.
My apologies.
He's getting choked up watching how great this team is and how good of a year we're about to have.
Yeah.
We all express our emotions in different ways.
Yeah, absolutely. As Luke Fantilli tried to play that back, the Friars are going to counter it. It's going to be Schmier, but Holtz is going to recover. Holtz is waiting at the back. I think he's trying to waste a little bit of time. I can't say I blame him. He's going to send it all the way back. It's going to head behind the goal. That's going to be a nice. It's fed back. Tries to carry it.
At this point, there's no real need for Michigan to push or anything like that. They're just going to run this game out. As they're going to keep trying because you always have to when you're out there on the ice.
Seamus Casey is going to fight. He's going to chase that puck. And the Friars are going to score. Looks like it is going to be a bit of a consolation goal for them, but nonetheless a goal. That is going to be number 17, I believe.
It was 28. It was 28. Schmier just took the puck from Casey up by center ice. Had a one-on-one. Deked out Barchevsky. Let's give a little deke out and flipped it up over into that upper left corner there. 5-2 now. Wolverines, of course, still unless Providence can score 4 goals in the next 3 minutes, Michigan still has a good grasp on this game. Just an unfortunate, and that's what I was talking about. That's what happened when they did take their foot off the gas a little bit there, knowing that the game was basically over. And what happens is we get a one-on-one. As Providence attacks again.
Chase Yoder tries to glide up. He plays that to Adams. Adams is going to play it out. This time it was to number 20, Andrew Santella. That doesn't go anywhere as Michigan is back on it again. It is going to be number 20, Tanner Rowe. Rowe doesn't end up doing anything with it. He sends it to the side. It's going to slide off the side a bit. And Stephen Holtz tries to play it out, but it looks as though we have a... Looks like we have a puck change. I think the puck went out as they're going to Providence is going to make some changes, and Michigan keeping the same lineup for now. This will likely be the lineup that closes out the game. So earlier I mentioned the goalkeeper controversy, but we'll get back to that as we have a face-off.
Some breaking news coming this way. I just got a text from my mom. She went to high school with Frank Nazar's dad.
Oh, wow. See?
So Frank Nazar went to Grosse Pointe South.
Small world.
At least senior, at least. Interesting to know. Anyways, just thought I'd... Thanks for listening, Mom.
Yeah. Tim's mom went to school with Frank Nazar's dad. It's a small world.
Look at that. And I call second game of the season. He scores 2 goals, the best game he's had in his life. Coincidence? I think not.
I think Tim is Frank Nazar's good luck charm. I think Tim needs to be the #1 Frank Nazar fan on the planet.
Oh, I will be after that.
I think we all are.
Frank Nazar has sold a lot of jerseys tonight. He's made a lot of fans tonight.
I think Michigan will be looking for a new star to replace Adam Fantilli, and Nazar could be that man, or it could be Fantilli's brother Luke, who tries to play it out there. He doesn't.
Yeah, Luke Fantilli has gotten some good minutes.
But Dylan Duke plays to the back. It's Fantilli again. Fantilli to Moldenhauer. Moldenhauer loses the challenge a bit, but still, Providence showing a lot of passion, showing a lot of spirit. I think if you're a fan of the Friars, that's something that you really admire.
Yeah. And as we talking, Fantilli's younger brother, of course, has been getting some good minutes here on ice. Has one shot on goal, hasn't done much otherwise in terms of stats, but he's been a good presence out here on the ice. And if he ends up being anything like his brother was for us, we'll be more than thrilled to welcome him back in.
Yes, he is a freshman, and he will certainly be hoping to catapult his draft spot into an NHL landing spot in the coming years. As we are going to have a face-off on the ice, it's going to be Marcus Stappa versus, I believe that is Riley Duran. Yes, it is. Who has been drafted by the Boston Bruins, who is a junior. And Stappa is going to win that face-off. He's going to send it back to... And there's going to be another goal. This is...
From the Friars. This is not what you want to be seeing from the Wolverines right now.
This is worrying.
That one was by 15 Liam Valenti. As they now make it 5-3 with about a minute 45 left.
Yeah, absolutely. It's again a bit of sloppiness. I think Michigan is taking their foot off the gas a little bit now. Just, you have less than 2 minutes. Just hold on. Just play the puck around. You don't even need to shoot with intent. But it's 5-3.
Yeah, that was just one of those where just a lot of commotion happening right in the crease. Marcheski got leading in one way, and the Friars will shoot it back the others. Friars now making a little bit of a late comeback here. So, like I was talking about earlier, how Michigan didn't seem like they were ever out of control, ever playing off their back foot. It seems like now they've been kind of forced into that with how aggressive the Friars have been this last couple of minutes trying to make something happen.
Yes. The mood of this period has changed a decent amount in the last few minutes, as Michigan is now... It looks like we're going to have another face-off. We'll see who's going to take it. It looks as if it's going to be number 91 for the Wolverines. It looks like it's going to be Frank Nazar, the man of the hour. He wins that face-off, plays it to Warren. Warren sends it pretty harmlessly to the back.
Friars have now pulled their goalie out. So they have 6 on the ice with Michigan's 5 and 1 in the goal. A minute 30 left. Crazier things have happened.
Absolutely, yes. We're going to have another face-off. Nazar versus Duran. And it's going to be in play for a bit, but Providence wins that face-off. They're going to try and play it to the side as Kays looks for his man. He finds him, but the recipient of his pass missed that pass. He is... Number 12 is going to look for someone. It's still dangerously close to the Wolverines' net.
Blocked there by Marchevsky. Michigan just trying to clear this puck out, kill the last minute of game left.
What we've seen in these last few seconds has been worrying.
Because this is what Michigan prevented the Friars from doing all game, preventing them from getting another goal. Oh my God!
This is disastrous. This is absolutely not what you want to see at all. This is very sloppy defending from the Wolverines.
Michigan, everyone got sucked onto the right side of the ice, and all Friars took was one pass over to a wide-open Riley Duran on the left side of the net, and he was able to just line it up and shoot it into that upper left corner.
This has been a almost complete breakdown ever since the 5th goal. It went from 5-1 to 5-4 because the Wolverines cannot clear this puck from the back. Now you're going to have Shimsky facing off. Or Shifsky, my apologies.
And this is what we were...
Truscott, but Truscott loses the puck again. The Friars building another counter. You have... This game is seconds away from either victory or overtime. And as the Friars continue to fight for that puck, continue to battle on... Looks
3
like
goals in the last 3 minutes for the Friars.
Is a possibility. They're going to play it out to the side. They're going to take their time because they know they just need one. If there's one goal, this is going straight to overtime. And, Brindley sends it to the side. It's going all the way to the back. That's going to require a long clearance from Svedbeck, who goes out to recover it.
20 seconds.
It's going to bounce to the side. Side, yes.
Casey tries to clear it out, doesn't.
Casey still can't clear it out.
10.
He's going to go to Centrella. 7, 6, 5,
Well, puck's
4,
in the back of the net. Trying to get a shot,
2.
doesn't quite get it. Give me one more shot attempt. Gets blocked. And game
Michigan wins.
over. Michigan
wins.
survives.
An absolute thriller. Brutal game to watch if you're a Michigan fan. That is... Okay, I think we're all going to need a breather for after that. So If you want to stick around, stick around. If not, I wouldn't blame you for going to your Sweetwaters or Starbucks or whatever and getting yourself some tea because, oh boy, that one was an absolute cracker. Tim, we went a lot over the performance in the first two periods. What did you think of that third period? Because that was wild.
That was a really good period until 3:17 on the clock. Michigan, and this is what we were talking about. The whole game, Michigan was keeping Providence off rhythm. They weren't letting them get set up. They were keeping possession of the puck the whole time. And then what happened in those last 3 minutes, Providence got the set up. Michigan might have taken their foot off the gas just a little bit, knowing a 4-goal lead with under 3 left is almost guaranteed victory. And 3 goals in about 3 minutes, and that entire time that puck was had, it was entirely in Michigan's half of the ice. Providence had possession for almost that entire time. Michigan did not get a single good shot on goal during those last couple minutes. They did not hold the puck on the other side of the ice. They seemed so concerned about just killing clock that they forgot to play hockey.
Absolutely, yes. That's why you saw a lot of that puck pretty much being dominated, pretty much staying in the Wolverines' half for the last say like 5 minutes of that game. The Wolverines should have tried to be progressive. If you want to waste time in the Friars' half. Do not waste time in your own half.
It was a very scary end of the game, but Michigan still does come out with the lead. Comes out winning. That's won 5-4, redeeming themselves from last night's upsetting loss. Game leaders for the Wolverines. Where's all my papers here? Let me get my papers. Game leaders for Michigan. Rucker McGrory had, of course, he had that one great goal. 1 goal on 5 shots with 3 assists. Seamus Casey, 1 goal on 4 shots and an assist. Ty Duke had 2 assists on that one, and of course, Nacer had the other 2 goals. Great game for him. Marchewski up in the crease, had 20 saves, was doing a really good game until he let up those last 3 goals second there. Of course, being 1-on-1, he got put in a lot of 1-on-1s in that situation where it was just Schmier barreling down the ice at him, Duran from the left side just being able to fire one in. It was tough, but yeah, it just broke down at the end.
Absolutely, yes. I think it was a lot of overconfidence. I think the puck spent way too much time in Michigan's half towards the end of the third period. Instead, there weren't as many of those long clearances and long pucks that they attempted to play in the first and second period. Instead, I think they got overconfident. They thought, okay, if we keep it in our half, if we try to be defensive and if we try to play on the negative, it'll work out. But in the end, it ended up being a very scary, a very close win. Still a win, but at the same time, you just want them to do better, especially since they're going to be outscored in the series overall 8-7, which is technically...
that's not great.
Technically an aggregate loss. But at the end of the day, it's 1-1. They're going to enter their series against Massachusetts on the road with the win. Tim, give your decisive MVP award. I think we know who it's going to be, but...
MVP, I think, obviously, we got to see Nacer. I mean, a lot of people had some great games today. Seamus Casey was looking great in the first 2 periods there. Brindley had himself a good little game. Rucker McGrory, of course, had with that great goal. But, yeah, Nacer, not only those 2 goals that he had, the leading scorer for the Wolverines, but also just... the way that he controlled the puck, going up and down the ice, he had really good puck handling skills, able to weave in and out there, and he was a really imposing presence out on the ice there. I think also great, Truscott, even though he didn't end up on the board, the captain of this team, you see that leadership when he is out there. He currently isn't starting because there is so much talent on this team, but being a captain isn't about how good you are, it's about the leader that you are, and he is one of the better leaders in this conference. He's going to be something to really look out for. But yeah, it's just been a great game across the board, and I'm really excited to watch this team grow into themselves as the year goes on.
Absolutely, yes. I think you can attribute the shakiness to the slight confusion caused by 2 of their biggest and brightest stars, 3 of their biggest and brightest stars heading off to the NHL. But I do think they have plenty of room to improve. It's a long season. They have time. This is a program that is consistent, that is back-to-back Final Four, that has played in the Frozen Four back-to-back years, is very much expected to play there again, if not potentially go all the way.
Yeah.
They are probably the Michigan program at the moment with the second highest expectations after the football team, with basketball's hopes having taken a dip after last season. There's a lot on them. They have been great ambassadors of the university. I trust they will continue to be. But the series was a little shaky.
Yeah.
There was plenty of positives. but at the same time, there was plenty of negatives. I think there's a bit of overall inefficiency. When you take 40 shots, you would think more of them would translate into goals. And
Absolutely.
as we were saying earlier, Svedbeck is an absolutely brilliant goalkeeper, but you would still expect a little better conversion ratio. There.
Maybe a little bit. But yeah, again, I do think the fact that we had 40 shots on goal, good looks on the net, does go a lot to show just how good this Michigan team is at owning time of possession with the puck, of keeping the puck up until those last few minutes, keeping it in the opponent's territory, and being able to get these windows where they can put pressure on the goalie. Because, yeah, putting 40 shots up, only scoring 5, statistically, like you look percentage-wise, it's a pretty low percentage. But it's always about that. It's just about making that goalkeeper work, making them think. And so then late in the game, if it does end up being tight, they have that pressure and they feel that coming on them. And so we just keep bombarding them. Eventually, one's going to make its way through. And tonight, 5 of them did. Thankfully, that was just enough as Providence came back. One last kind of death rattle at the end there. 3 goals in just under 3 minutes. Put the fear of God in us for a second, but Michigan was able to survive that one. And like we said, they'll be on the road for UMass this upcoming week, and then next Friday, not this Friday, but the Friday after, right back here for Ohio State. It's going to be a very important matchup, and we cannot wait for that.
Absolutely, yes. That is going to be the matchup of the year right here in Ann Arbor. It's Friday, October 28th. If you don't have at 6 p.m., if you don't have your tickets already, go ahead and get them, because that will surely be a game you do not want to miss. As we mentioned earlier, Michigan is ranked 5th preseason. Ohio State is ranked 13th preseason. So even aside from the rivalry, it's just a great matchup between two teams that played great hockey last year. And that is about all that we have to say for today.
That's going to do it for us here at WCBN on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I have been Tim. He has been Vihaan. He has been Coby, who's just walked around behind us for the last period. Thank you so much for listening in. Make sure one more time to subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch all of our broadcasts, including the Ohio State one in a few weeks' time. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your Sunday. And as we always say here at Ann Arbor, go blue.